We would like to request our distinguished guests and senior officers to please be seated, and we are about to start our ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the flag raising ceremony, awarding of PNP personnel with good deeds, launching of IGABAI and MOU signing between the Philippine National Police and major church bodies, signing of Memorandum of Agreement and Deed of Donation between the PNP and the PNP Officers Ladies Club, Seroptimis International, and Manila Water Foundation, ceremonial turnover of donation from PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated, motorbikes, and personal protective equipment donated by various stakeholders, and ceremonial demilitarization of the 5,000 units Beyond Economical Repair captured, confiscated, surrendered, deposited, abandoned, forfeited, turned PNP Property Firearms here at the National Headquarters, Philippine National Police. Joining us via Zoom platform are the regional directors of police regional offices, directors, NSUs, provincial directors, district directors, city directors, chief of police and station commanders all over the country, and broadcasting live via live stream at the official Facebook page of the Philippine National Police. The ceremony will now begin. Magsitayo po tayo para sa pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Pinuno, bukay kamoy, na!
Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagtatagtutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan, ang may di magtitindig, lumang ang araw.
We would like to request the Director of the PNP Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason Ortizo, to deliver the invocation.
In the silence of our hearts, let us bow our heads and be aware of God's loving presence. Let us pray. Most loving and merciful God, we praise and thank you for binding us together in the name of duty, solidarity, and service to your people. We submit ourselves as equals before you as we gather today for our flag-raising ceremony. Let your divine providence be upon us now and always as we offer ourselves in your service. Thank you, Lord God, for all the good things you poured upon us, upon our families, upon our respective careers, on the humble opportunity to be a part of the PNP organization, and above all, for the saving grace we received from you, especially at times when we needed you the most. Lord, we consecrate into your sacred heart the entire PNP organization, that our sacrifices in the name of service merit your blessings, more importantly, to our personnel who stood resilient, however exposed to the vulnerability of the COVID-19 contagion. And we look forward to your mantle of divine providence and sacred protection, especially to all our special guests this morning. Finally, we humbly ask that you would bestow your perpetual blessings to our beloved Chief PNP and the People's Chief, Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar. May your most precious blood keep us and take us up into the mystery of your salvation. All this we ask and pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Amen. The panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas and Police Officers Pledge will be led by Police Colonel Arnold Ardiente, Chief Intelligence Research Center, Directorate for Intelligence.
Pakitaas ng kanang kamay at sabay-sabay nating bigkasin ang panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino. Buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinagkikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Pakibaba ng kanang kamay. Let us recite in unison the Police Officers' Pledge. I will love and serve God, my country and people. I will uphold the Constitution and obey legal orders of the duly constituted authorities. I will oblige myself to maintain a high standard of morality and professionalism. I will respect the customs and traditions of the police service, and I will live a decent and virtuous life to serve as an example to others.
Please be seated. As we continue with our program this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the awarding of PNP personnel with good deeds.
May we request the awardees to rise. To present the award is the Chief PNP, together with the PNP Command Group, IGABAI and TDPRM. For demonstrating a very rare type of professionalism in the police service and for displaying, emphasizing, and highlighting the family-oriented, compassionate, and caring side of a police officer. She went all the way outside her regular function as a policewoman without any hesitation to breastfeed not her own baby, but a 5-year-old month baby during a PCR activity in line with Serbisyong Tama Caravan in accordance to the PNP Barangayanihan Help and Food Bank. Medalya ng Papuri is proudly awarded to Police Lieutenant Jean Aguada, Anona Station, QCPD. Thank you very much. For commendable and noteworthy act rendered by providing food packs and cash assistance to Mr. Ernesto Bacuran, 57 years old, tricycle driver who was confined at Amang Rodriguez Memorial Center. Medalya ng Papuri is proudly awarded to Police Staff Sergeant Alshemar Ladha from Eastern Police District. Thank you very much. For a courageous act of gallantry and devotion to duty during a joint buy-bust operation that resulted in the arrest of Mr. Raul Antonio Cisneros, a Spanish national, and Melji Makiling, and confiscation of a grown plant suspected as marijuana, Medalya ng Kagalingan is proudly awarded to Police Corporal Cristal Ryan Rosita. Thank you very much. With same accomplishment, same award, Medalya ng Kagalingan is proudly awarded to Police Corporal Rosel Solomon, NCRPO. Thank you very much. With same accomplishment, same award, Medalya ng Kagalingan is proudly awarded to Patrolman Morrison Joseph Misalucha, NCRPO. Thank you very much. For his distinguished and extraordinary display of commitment for being an honest cop in returning money amounting to 79,000 to Mrs. Bernadette Balintay, an ETA vendor who lost her 12 years of savings. Our awardee earned positive feedback and comments from the netizens from his good deed. Medalya ng Papuri is proudly awarded to Police Staff Sergeant Bernard Dalisay, Capas Police Station, Tarlac, PPO. Thank you very much. Once again, congratulations to all our awardees. A big round of applause.
Thank you very much. We will now proceed to the launching of IGABAI and MOU signing between the PNP and the major church bodies.
The Director of Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason Ortizo, will now deliver his welcome remarks.
It is with great honor and privilege to welcome you all in this very significant event in the PNP organization, especially the launching of the IGABAI and the ugnayan ng simbahan at pulisya projects of the PNP organization. First, of course, to the People's Chief, Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, sir. Good morning, sir. And of course, to his better half, the advisor of the PNP Officers Ladies Club, and the Saruptimist Advocate, Mrs. Rosalie Lali Eleazar, ma'am. to the Bishop of Cubao, the Most Reverend Honesto Ongchongko, DD, Bishop, to our TDCA, Police Lieutenant General Joselito M. Veracruz, sir, to our TDCO, Police Lieutenant General Israel Ephraim T. Dixon, sir, to our TCDS, Police Lieutenant General Junardo B. Carlos, sir, and to our Inspector General of the Internal Affairs Service, Attorney Alfigar M. Triambulo, sir. It is my distinct honor also, our beloved Chief, to welcome our other guests, especially to the Chairman of the Imam Council of the Philippines, Alim Said Ahmad Bashir, Imam, to the Dean of Protestant Chaplains, National Council of Churches in the Philippines, Bishop Rodolfo A. Juan, Bishop, to the Deputy National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches, Bishop Jonel Milan, Bishop, to the Chairperson, Suruptimist International, Miss Maria Judy S. Gutierrez, Ma'am, to the Executive Director of the Manila Water Foundation, Mr. Reginald M. Andal, sir, to the Corporate Secretary, Attorney Gerardo M. Lobo II, Attorney, good morning. To the President of the PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated, Miss Maria Esther O. Santos, Ma'am. To Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado, the Chairman of Delbros Incorporated, sir. The President and General Manager, Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated, Mr. Rafi Fajardo, sir. To the President, Chinese Filipino Business Club Incorporated, Mr. Alejandro Ko, sir. To Ms. Dolores Barrion, the President of Humble Handle Trading, Ma'am. To Mr. Stevenson Ang, the Worshipful Master of the Labong Lodge 59, Grand Lodge of the Philippines, sir. Also, I would like to recognize Vice Governor Jose Antonio Ceremonial Leviste, sir. And a good friend of our Chief PNP, who is also here, Monsignor Tony Lambiao, Father. And of course, to all other guests, the DIPOS, the directorial staff of the PNP, the directors of NSUs, the RDs, PDs, COPs, PCOs, PNCOs, NUPs, and volunteers of IGABAI partners, the PNP chaplains, life and values coaches, awardees, ladies and gentlemen, mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. First of all, I would like to thank our beloved Chief PNP for his support and for giving us the green light to launch this IGABAI program. In the wake of the devastating manifestation of the COVID-19 pandemic, the chaplain service wanted so much to reach out and address the much-needed moral and spiritual upliftment of our PNP personnel. Yet, the standard public health protocols presents a dilemma. And so we came up with the one message, one call away idea, as inspired by the Isumbong Mo program of our Chief PNP. We conceptualize this IGABAI program utilizing the electronic and social media platform, which is the most convenient and effective way in reaching out to our PNP personnel during this period of pandemic and crisis. What is this IGABAI concept? Kung saan i-post natin ang mga IGABAI cellphone numbers to all our quarantine facilities, to all offices, and to all police stations for our PNP personnel to have an easy access for consultation, for advices, for moral upliftment, and even for opening up their present concerns to our volunteered IGABAI partners from our pool of values, life coaches, and chaplains. We can even post these cell phone numbers from our homes so that dependents and members of our family can also access and seek for advices and guidance. Somebody even suggested that we can put these IGABAI numbers to our cars for easy access from the members of our communities and those in need of gabay or counseling. I am also asking all unit commanders to post these IGABAI cell phone numbers and encourage your personnel to call these numbers, especially when they notice that their personnel are experiencing troubles and crises in their work and in their personal lives. Through these lines, we can save lives. Finally, to strengthen this endeavor, we will witness the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the PNP and the major bodies of churches, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, represented by NASA, or the Caritas, the Imam Council of the Philippines, the National Council of Churches in the Philippines, and the Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches. Sooner or later, what we now undertake in line with the intensified cleanliness policy of the People's Chief would lead the entire PNP organization to a God-centered, service-oriented, and family-based public servants. Once again, good morning, mabuhay ang PNP, mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may we request everyone to focus your attention on the screen and let us watch the audiovisual presentation, the launching of IGABAI. Roll VDR.
The onset of COVID-19 during the first quarter of 2020 took the whole nation by surprise and continuously challenged the operational capability of the PNP to effectively enforce the government's anti-COVID plans while ensuring peace and order and public safety. As the PNP took a crucial role in the containment of the disease, manning and serving quarantine control points, our personnel became more vulnerable to infection as police officers are exposed inevitably to COVID-19 virus. We are support units of the PNP are responding to the need of eradicating the transmission, uplift the moral and spiritual welfare of the PNP personnel through the PNP chaplain service. Chaplains move to quarantine border, check choke points to administer blessing, and give moral and spiritual support. This pandemic brought mental disturbance and serious psychospiritual impact to the lives of every individual. Also, issues and concerns about family, personal life, and health contributed on the need to seek for counseling, guidance, and comfort. Individuals often felt distressed about themselves and their world. They seek help in understanding their own and others' behaviors, preventing or resolving stressful situations involving the unpredictability and inconsistency of existence.
April 26, 2020, na discharge ako sa hospital And I was very thankful for after 26 days and 6 days in ICU, I was finally discharged. No? I still feel very sick. At hindi lang nag 1 month, nag 2 months pa. No? Kasi parang pakiramdam ko sa sarili ko, nanghina pa rin ako, inuubo pa rin ako at hindi ako makatulog sa gabi. No, kaya gusto ko talagang matingnan ng doktor. I finally decided to go to the ER. In-examine ako ni doktor, no, at wala ka talagang sakit. No? As far as I'm concerned, wala ka talagang sakit. Ang naramdaman mo ngayon ay hindi kita masisisi kasi sa nangyari sa'yo, you were intubated and you stayed in the hospital for almost 1 month. At yung mga stigma, yung experience mo ay talagang magdulot ng ganyang sitwasyon sa buhay. So what you need is you call friends, family, priests, and even psychologists. I need someone to talk to. So I started to connect. And because of that, I feel at ease. I feel cured, healed during that time. Because of the constant communication, counseling with other people. No? So, dahil doon talagang naramdaman ko na gumaling na ako paunti-unti, no, and I was able to regain my old self because at this time of the counseling and paggabay na ginagawa ng mga kaibigan ko, sinasabi lang naman nila na kaya ko yan, ipagdasal ka namin. At itong mga bagay na ito, kahit alam ko na, pero pagsabihin ng iba sa'yo ay malaki ang impact.
Through the effort of the Director of the PNP Chaplain Service, Police Brigadier General Jason D. Ortizo came up with the initiative of establishing a more convenient, low-cost, more private, and better public health, which he termed as IGABAI. This IGABAI is an electronic video, telephone, and written communication like text and email or therapeutic conversation that involves integrated approaches in psychology and theology to address psychospiritual issues of the PNP personnel who are undergoing difficulties, trials in the different aspects of their lives. The IGABAI will be a platform for a helping relationship between Paggabay partners and the PNP personnel. Hence, the CHS chaplains and trained values life coaches, with the involvement of the chaplain service faith-based groups from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, will conduct remote paggabay or therapeutic conversation to PNP personnel who are in need of psycho-spiritual guidance. You may call the CHS chaplains and values life coaches or paggabay partners during psycho-spiritual crisis through CHS IGABAI hotlines. These IGABAI hotlines will be posted in all quarantine facilities and police stations nationwide to be accessed by the PNP personnel and their dependents who are experiencing psycho-spiritual crisis. The chaplain service IGABAI will be kaagapay mo sa paglalakbay in uplifting the spiritual and moral aspects of the PNP personnel nationwide.
To help achieve this initiative, the Philippine National Police, through its chaplain service, has organized the Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya or USAP to create an alliance between PNP and 4 major religious organizations in the country. These are the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, CBCP, Imam Council of the Philippines, ICP, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches, PCEC, and National Council of Churches in the Philippines, NCCP. This is a fitting role for the chaplain service, whose many responsibilities include delivering pastoral and religious services, promoting moral upliftment, and providing religious guidance to PNP members and their families throughout the country, especially in this time of pandemic. Religious group leaders, faith-based organizations, and faith communities have a great contribution to the PNP in attaining its mission and in reducing fear and stigma caused by COVID-19 crisis.
Community religious leaders are the counterparts of the PNP chaplain service as they provide congruent services to their pastoral members. As such, they have strong influence over their pastoral faithfuls and they help promote peace-building programs within their respective ministries. They can enlighten their members what they have gleaned from their positive dialogues with their counterparts at USAP to instill public awareness and understanding. They can also influence their members to use non-violent dialogues in place of radical actions. USAP will be solidified by a Memorandum of Understanding that details the scope of responsibilities of each party to this alliance. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding will be a momentous occasion as it will foster and strengthen the partnership between PNP and religious group leaders to achieve a common goal, which is to effect positive changes in our nation. Signatories to the MOU will be Police General Guillermo Lorenzo T. Eleazar, PNP Chief, Most Reverend Jose Colin Bagaforo, DD National Secretariat for Social Action, Justice and Peace, CBCP, and National Director, Caritas Philippines, to be represented by Most Reverend Onesto F. Ontionco, DD Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao. Alim Said Ahmad Basher, Chairman, Imam Council of the Philippines. Bishop Noel A. Pantoja, National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches, to be represented by Bishop Jonel Milan, Deputy National Director, PCEC. And last but not the least, Bishop Rodolfo A. Juan, Dean of Protestant Chaplains, National Council of Churches in the Philippines. Both parties are in agreement of their common goal, and upon signing, they shall be committed to perform their roles until the MOU's expiration date, which occurs in 5 years after signing.
Thank you very much for that presentation. We shall now proceed with a Memorandum of Understanding between PNP and major bodies of churches in the Philippines. May we request the principal signatories to rise. For the PNP is the Chief Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Eleazar, together with Most Reverend Jose Colin Bagaforo, DD National Director, National Secretariat for Social Action, Caritas Philippines, to be represented by Most Reverend Onesto Ontionco, DD Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao. Alim Said Ahmad Basher, Chairman, Imam Council of the Philippines. Bishop Rodolfo Juan, Dean Protestant Chaplains, National Council of Churches in the Philippines. And Bishop Jonel Milan, National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches. PNP Command Memorandum Circular Number 55-2017, known as Ugnayan ng Simbahan at Pulisya or USAP, has placed chaplain service at the forefront of interfaith dialogues between the Church and the PNP. USAP is a major confidence-building measure, fostering among PNP personnel and their dependents to be God-centered, service-oriented, family-based public servants through the spiritual and moral guidance of chaplain service and PNP church partners. Today, 4 years after it was signed by the then Chief PNP, now Honorable Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, the PNP and major of church bodies, Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, through its National Secretariat for Social Action, or NASA, Caritas Philippines, Imam Council of the Philippines, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches, and National Council of Churches in the Philippines converged together in USAP MOU signing ceremony. May we request PNP Command Group, IGEAS, and Director Chaplain Service to join for the photo opportunity. For the next set of the photo opportunity are the members of the PNP Command Group and IGEAS. May we request the members of the PNP Command Group and IGEAS for the second set of the photo opportunity for the launching of IGABAI and MOU signing between the PNP and major church bodies. Thank you very much, and please be seated. And now let us hear the message of Most Reverend Onesto Ongchongo, DD, Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao.
Aming pinapipitagang Chief PNP Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar and his beloved wife, Mrs. Rosalie Lali H. Eleazar, members of the command group, other guests, isang pinagpala at magandang araw po sa ating lahat. On behalf of Bishop Colin Bagaporo, Chairperson of the CBCP NASA Justice Peace Commission, paintulot niyong magpasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat. Thank you for giving us the privilege and opportunity to be one of your major co-partners in the USAP, ugnayan ng simbahan at polisiya, whose main aim is to establish a collaboration between PNP and the churches for building peace in the community and also to take part in the moral and psycho-spiritual nourishment of our PNP personnel and their families. Some years ago, we initiated UBAS, Ugnayan ng Barangay at Simbahan, and it proved to help develop many communities, not just in Quezon City, but around the country. It went to the different parts, different barangays in the Philippines. And from ubas, it yielded fruit, naging bayabas. Bayanihan ng barangay at simbahan. I would like to use the image of our USAP, the image of RILES, railroad track. Two tracks, distinct from each other, and yet they go to the same direction. We aim at the development and attend to the welfare of our people. Kaya makakaasa po kayo sa amin, at muli, salamat po sa pagkakataon ito na mag-synergize tayo para sa kapakanan ng lahat. Mabuhay po ang PNP, mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Most Reverend Onesto Ongchongo, DD, Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao.
We will now proceed to the signing of Memorandum of Agreement and Deed of Donation between the Philippine National Police and the PNP Officers Ladies Club, Sir Optimus International, and the Manila Water Foundation.
May we request the principal signatories to rise. For this MOU, the principal signatories are Mrs. Rosalie Lally Hernandez Eleazar, Advisor, PNP Officers Ladies Club and Charter President of Soroptimist International Kaagapay. Ms. Maria Judy Gutierrez, Chairperson, Soroptimist International. Mr. Reginald Andal, Executive Director, Manila Water Foundation, and Attorney Gerardo Lobo II, Corporate Secretary, Manila Waters Foundation, Incorporated. We are witnessing the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the PNP Officers Ladies Club, Soroptimist International Kaagapay, and Manila Water Foundation. These parties, being aware of their respective social responsibilities, would like to collaborate and extend their assistance to police personnel and community members within the 17 PNP regional office to promote good health and well-being. They will fulfill the partnership through the construction of multi-faucet hygiene facilities in all project sites that will improve access to water, sanitation, and hygiene of users through the parties' joint program dubbed as Sabi ni Nay, Maghugas ng Kamay, Lingap, Kapulisan. Manila Waters shall direct and oversee the installation of the facilities for its proper use and function at the premises of the agreed project sites. Soroptimist International Kaagapay shall provide support to Manila Waters and PNP Officers Ladies Club on the documentation and communication of the project on traditional and social media. Right now, we are witnessing the MOU between the Officers Ladies Club, Soroptimist International Kaagapay, and Manila Waters Foundation Incorporated. May we now request the Chief PNP, PNP Command Group, IGES, and TDPCR to join for photo opportunity. Thank you very much. A big round of applause to the PNP Command Group, IGES. Please remain. Please remain, sir. May we request Ms. Lally Eleazar, Chief PNP, and Ms. Maria Judy Gutierrez to please remain as well. To other signatories, you may now go back to your respective seats while we request Police Major General Angelito Casimiro, the Director for Logistics, to join in the signing of the deed of donation. At this time, between the PNP and PNP Officers Ladies Club and Soroptimist International Kaagapay. The signatories for deed of donation is the Chief PNP, Mrs. Eleazar, Mrs. Maria Judy Gutierrez, and TDL. The PNP Officers Ladies Club and Soroptimist International Kaagapay has freely and voluntarily given, transferred, and conveyed by way of donation to the PNP a wash area facility intended to be constructed in the premises of all police regional offices, PROs, camps near the gates, activity areas and dining areas with an estimated amount of 4,080,000 pesos. The PNP is responsible for the payment of the monthly water bill and other costs incurred for the use, maintenance, and repair of the donated property at no additional cost to the donor. May we now again request the PNP Command Group, IGES, and TDPCR to join in this photo shoot. Thank you very much. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You may now go back to your respective seats. And now, to give her message, we'd like to request Mrs. Rosalie Lally Hernandez Eleazar, Advisor, PNP Officers Ladies Club, and Charter President of Soroptimist International, Kaagapay.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sa lahat po ng mga PNP personnel na naririto, sa atin pong Chief PNP, Guillermo Eleazar, to all the officers, the other officers of the PNP, and to all the beautiful guests of honors. Maraming salamat po. Ako po ay cautioned by my husband na bilisan ko lamang daw po ang aking speech. So meron po akong nakahandang speech dito, subalit I will encapsulate and deliver something na I do hope will be impressing to each and everyone who is here, who will listen, and who will hear what I have to say. Sabi ni Inay, Maghugas ng Kamay, is a program or a project that has been initially envisioned to happen 1 year ago. I promised myself, after I had a meeting with Manila Water Foundation, that I will realize this dream. I have seen everybody go hand in hand, magkakaagapay, tungo sa isang objective. Everybody is pitching in. And I'm really grateful for that. That finally, we are in the same track towards the same direction, which is the resolution resolving all our troubles brought about by the pandemic. I am grateful and empowered to be of service to an organization that has honed and shaped leaders, the PNP. I am proud that I am a wife of a police officer. Thank you, Guillermo. Thank you to all of the officers present today for continuing to protect us and giving us manifolds of talents, your time, and your dedication. Despite the fact that you're busy, all of you have managed to raise families and children and still be concerned about how we are. Thank you, Guillermo, for giving me the opportunity to be the advisor of the PNP OLC. And thank you for empowering me also, giving me my own agency and my own volition to lead among with the wonderful empowered women of the Soroptimist International. Ako at 10 ng libo-libong miyembro ng PNP Officers Ladies Club are happy to carry out a Lingap Kapulisan program in our home, the PNP. Sabi ni Inay Maghugas ng Kamay will provide wash areas in partnership with the Manila Water Foundation, the PNP OLC, and the Soroptimist International, all geared towards cleanliness. And I'm happy to report to you that I am aligning our projects at the PNP OLC and the Soroptimist International with our intensified cleanliness policy. I will not further or lengthen my speech, but my heart is full, overflowing with joy, that my first ever major project, which is geared towards preventing the spread of COVID-19, has come to fruition. Thank you, Lord, and continue to guide us. Thank you very much, PNP.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Please be seated. As we continue, we will now proceed to the ceremonial turnover of donation from PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated.
For the ceremonial turnover of donation from PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated, we would like to request the President of PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated, Ms. Maria Esther Santos, to proceed in front. And may we also request Mr. Melvin Nubla, Vice President for Subscriber Management. To receive the donation is the Chief PNP, together with the PNP Command Group, IGES, and TDL. And may we also request TDPRM to join. The PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated provides an annual donation, a form of educational assistance for PNP dependents, and for this year, they will be donating 1 million pesos to support PNP dependents through PNP PLDT Smart Educational Assistance Program. Aside from the check, the foundation will likewise donate 50 pocket Wi-Fis for the beneficiaries of the PNP PLDT Educational Assistance Program. Thank you very much, and please be seated.
May we request the Chief PNP and the PNP Command Group to please remain standing.
May we now request Ms. Maria Esther Santos as she delivers her message.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, General Eleazar and our special guest, Mrs. Eleazar, and of course, Bishop Antioco and our church leaders and the officers of the PNP. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. On behalf of our chairman, Mr. Manny B. Pangilinan, we would like to thank the PNP for the many years of partnership. Kaninang, when we were singing the national anthem, naisip ko lang po, no, na dun sa huli na ang ating wish ay mamatay dahil para sa ating inang bayan. At konti lang po ang makakapagsabi na ginagawa nila yan at ang ating mga pulis at ang ating mga sundalo ang may karapatan sabihin yan na they are really dying for our country. So we in the PLDT Smart Foundation, our support for the policemen killed in action or injured in the line of duty is the scholarship program that we have with the PNP, which has started in 2008. So for many years now, we have been giving a stipend for the scholars of the PNP, children of our policemen killed in action. At ito po yung maliit lang na bagay para lang sa kanila dahil nga mapakahirap ng trabaho ng ating kapulisan at para sa kanilang pamilya. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat dahil binigyan nyo kami ng pagkakataon na makatulong sa inyong pulis. At this year nga po, dahil sa new normal due to the pandemic, we have added the pocket Wi-Fis kasi nga po yung ating mga estudyante, kailangan din yan para sa kanilang edukasyon. Yan naman po ay galing sa SMART and PLDT President, Mr. Al Pandillo. At naisip ko tuloy, baka kailangan nyo rin para sa inyong IGABAI, ano? So we will keep in touch with the PNP for other ways that we can support you in all your programs. Yes, thank you very much po. Maganda hong initiative yan dahil totoo po yung lahat tayo din nadadanas yung itong parang hirap dahil sa COVID-19. Muli, gusto lang namin pasalamatan kayo. And in the words of MVP, we're very happy to be partners of the PNP because without the National Police, without the PNP, we will not be able to do our business, to go about our business peacefully and with confidence and even grow our business kung wala po tayo ng security sa ating PNP. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Maria Esther Santos. Thank you, ma'am. Please be seated. We will now proceed to the ceremonial turnover of motorbikes and personal protective equipment donated by various stakeholders.
To present the donation, requesting the chairman of Delbros Incorporated, Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado, to rise. To receive the donation is the Chief PNP, together with the PNP Command Group, IGEAS, TDL, Director LSS, and Director HPG. They will be donating 7 units of KTM Duke 3900cc motorbike with accessories, decal, and LTO registration, and 5 units of motorcycles that will be issued to Highway Patrol Group, and 2 units for Regional Highway Patrol Unit 11. Thank you, sir, Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado, for your generosity. To the Director of HPG, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. To the Chief PNP and senior officers, please remain for another set of donation by Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated. May we request the President and General Manager, Mr. Rafi Fajardo. The Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated will donate 2,000 pieces hygienic kits amounting to 864,000 and 65,000 pieces face mask, which will be given to the PNP frontliners manning checkpoints and isolation facilities. The hygienic kit includes hand sanitizer, shampoo, dishwashing liquid, and fabric conditioner. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Rafi Fajardo, President and General Manager, Procter & Gamble Philippines, for your support to the PNP. May we now request Mr. Stephenson Sia, Executive Vice President, Mr. Gerald Chan, Mr. Henry Lo Lim, the Vice President of Chinese Filipino Business Club, Incorporated. The Chinese Filipino Business Club Incorporated will donate 16,000 N95 face masks, 2,000 face shield, and 100 gallons alcohol, which will be distributed for the PNP frontliners manning checkpoints and isolation facilities. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Stephenson Sia, the Executive Vice President, Mr. Gerald Chan, and Mr. Henry Lo Lim. Thank you very much for your generosity. May we now request Ms. Dolores Barrion, President, Jamdol Trading, to present their donation. They will be donating 1,000 boxes acetylcysteine 600 milligram, 1,600 boxes azithromycin 500 milligrams, 500 boxes losartan 50 milligrams, 500 boxes amlodipine, 500 boxes metformin, 200 boxes paracetamol tablet, 1,000 boxes ascorbic acid with zinc, and 60 gallons of alcohol. We would like to acknowledge the members of the Jamdol Trading who is present here. May we request them to join, please? Thank you very much. So right now we are having photo opportunity with the President of Jamdol Trading, as well as its other personnel. They donated medicines and vitamins for all PNP frontliners. Thank you very much once again to Jamdol Trading. May we now request Mr. Stevenson Ang, the Worshipful Master, Labong Lodge 59, Grand Lodge of the Philippines, as they present their donation. Mr. Stevenson Ang will be donating 13,000 locally made face shield to help the PNP frontliners in manning the checkpoints and isolation facilities. Thank you very much. A round of applause to all our donors. Thank you very much. Please be seated. We shall now hear the message of our generous donors requesting the Chairman of Delbros Incorporated, Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado.
Good morning. To Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, members of the Philippine National Police, our Delbros family, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We are very pleased to have your presence as we, the Delbros Group, show our support to the Philippine National Police by providing KTM motorcycles. Delbros Group has always been actively involved in corporate social responsibility, initiatives, and capacity building of various stakeholders. As a company operating in the Philippines for 75 years, we are conscious of the role that we can play in driving positive impact with our resources, network, and influence. Throughout the years, we have been working with NGOs, not-for-profit groups, government agencies, service and youth organizations, including business and industry associations in various projects. I believe that the Delbros Group and the PNP share the same mission of providing service to the Filipino people. In this time of crisis, having the government and the private sector working together to deliver and enhance public service is crucial. From the time that the government has imposed community quarantine, we have seen that the police forces have been standing side by side, along with our medical frontliners in serving and protecting our people from the COVID-19 pandemic. We salute and support the PNP in ensuring public safety and maintaining peace and order. Providing you with high quality and reliable vehicles is Delbros' way of recognizing our good relationships and reinforcing your capability to better fulfill your roles and duties in society. KTM are race-winning, class-dominating motorcycles known for world-class performance. They will empower you to better deliver public service, especially as we continue to navigate through this time of crisis. At this point, I want to express my sincerest gratitude to all of you having me here this morning. I wish you all the best. Mabuhay ang Philippine National Police.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado. Let us hear the message of the President and General Manager of Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated, Mr. Rafi Fajardo.
General Eleazar, the PNP officers, esteemed guests, good morning. Thank you for having Procter & Gamble in the ceremony. It's an honor. P&G po is one with the nation in fighting this COVID crisis. We want to be a force for good, and right now it's not business as usual. Our priority is actually to care for those who care, the frontliners of our nation. We have been giving donations of face masks and hygiene kits to medical frontliners and to our PNP frontliners. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong serbisyo. Mahalaga po ito sa buong bayan. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, sir.
Araw-araw, you are in the front lines caring for the Filipino people. So we hope our donation, now the second batch of face masks, now amounting to 200,000 face masks, right? And also hygiene kits for the PNP families, right? Composed of brands like Safeguard, Ariel, Head & Shoulders. I hope these would help you a little bit safer. It's a virtuous business. Huh? These products are manufactured and made here in Philippines, in Cabuyao. Yung face mask ko, we actually repurposed our production lines. Instead of producing diapers and feminine protection, we actually repurposed them so that we can produce face masks for the Filipino frontliners. We don't sell them. These are actually surgical grade masks, but we only give them as donations to the frontliners, like we said. So not only do we keep the jobs of the people producing these products, we're also actually giving to the frontliners who care for our country.
maraming salamat po sa inyong serbisyo. We are honored to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. From Chinese-Filipino Business Club, Incorporated, let us hear the message of Mr. Stephen Sia, Executive Vice President.
General Eleazar and other dignitaries, friends, good morning. On behalf of the officers and members of Chinese-Filipino Business Club, let me formally express my heartfelt congratulations to Philippine National Police Chief General Guillermo Lorenzo Eleazar, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to provide assistance to our Philippine National Police, even in our own little way. May this occasion strengthen our ties, and with good office also to express our support to the various programs of the Philippine National Police. Our organization is confident that through the joint effort of our citizens with the various law enforcement groups, particularly in Philippine National Police, we can prevent crime, including terrorist threat in our metropolis, and help maintaining our much-needed peace and order. The entire membership of CFBCI have faith that through your leadership, the PNP will reach greater height as you vow to fortify internal cleansing policy, which the first implemented when you were still NCRPO Director. This, we believe, will repaint the image of the country, 220,000 strong men and women of the PNP. Rest assured, the Chinese-Filipino Business Club, like we've been throughout these years, will be steadfast partner of the Philippine National Police in the fight of eradicate crimes, drug, and preserving peace and order. To our Chief PNP, Guillermo Eleazar, more power. We wish you more success in the years to come. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Dolores Barion, President, Jamdal Trading.
Isang mapagpalang umaga po sa ating lahat sa pamumuno ng sa mga opisyal po ng PNP, sa pamumuno ng ating magiting na PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Eleazar, sa mga panauhin po na naririto ngayon. Isang napakalaking karangalan po na ang isang maliit na kumpanya na kung anong meron kami ay naririto ngayon sa harapan ng mga matataas na opisyal na namumuno sa ating bansa. Marami pong nagtatanong kung ano ang nagiging saloobin namin, bakit po kami tumutulong. Kami po ay unang natulungan na ng mga kawani ng gobyerno sa pagbili o pagkuha ng aming mga produkto, ng aming mga gamot, ng aming mga bigas. Bilang pasasalamat po, amin pong ibinabalik po namin ang mahigit sa kalahati ng aming kinikita sa pagtulong sa ating pamahalaan, sa ating mga mamamayan, lalo na po sa mga frontliners. Simula po nung nagkaroon ng Taal Volcano Eruption ang Jamdal Trading po at ang Masons in Action ng Magtagumpay Lodge 410 ng Maragondon. Sila po ang naging katuwang namin sa pagbabahagi. Kami po ay nagkaroon din ng pagkakataon na magbahagi sa pamunuan ni General Tagum and also kay Attorney Triangulo. At nung makita po namin na talaga naman pong nagsumikap silang maiparating pa sa iba't ibang lugar sa Pilipinas, kami po ay hindi nagdalawang isip na itulong kung ano po yung bumabalik sa amin. Alam po natin gaano kahirap ang hanap buhay ngayon. Marami pong kumpanyang bumagsak na talagang alam po natin na sila ay napakalalaking kumpanya sa buong Pilipinas. Hindi lang po sa Pilipinas, sa ibang bansa. So balit ito pong maliit na kumpanya namin ay kumita ng maganda sa paningin ng Diyos, maganda sa paningin ng tao, na wala po kaming nasagasaan. Kaya buong puso po namin na ibinabahagi yon at sa pamamagitan po ngayon ng ating kapulisan at nung makita nga po ng aming kumpanya na ang mga tauhan ni PNP General Eleazar ay talaga naman pong aktibo. I-mention ko na po, nasa Iloilo yata siya ngayon, si Colonel James Brillantes. Maraming salamat po sa kanya sa pag-assist sa mga produktong ipinadadala namin sa Region 6. And also kay Attorney Triangulo, and also again to General Tagum. Thank you so much, sir. At gusto ko lang po na magpasalamat din, kasama ko po ngayon ang isa po sa kasama namin sa kumpanya, Mrs. Loretta Ancheta. Kasama po namin siya ngayon sapagkat gusto ko po na maipakita din na kahit po siya ay hindi po siya lumalabas, pero ngayon po ay sumama siya para lang po maipaabot sa inyo ang taus-puso namin na pasasalamat at kami po ay naimbitahan dito. So sabi nga po ng ating mga kababayan, hindi na kaya ng gobyerno ang nangyayari. Hindi po totoo yun. Kaya po natin kung gugustuhin natin. Sabi nga po nila, helping one person might not change the world, but it could change the world for one person. At yan po ay sa pamamagitan ng bawat isa sa atin. Isang mapagpalang umaga po at naway patnubayan po tayong lahat. Salamat po.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Dolores Morion. And would like to call the Worship Master of Labong Lodge 59 Grand Lodge of the Philippines, Mr. Stevenson Ang.
Magandang umaga po, Police General Brother Guillermo Lorenzo T. Eleazar, Sis Rosalie Eleazar, mga opisyal po ng PNP at mga bisita po ngayong araw. Magandang umaga po. It is my privilege to be standing here before you today and join the countless others that have stepped forward to contribute and support our Chief PNP in these many laudable programs in the Philippine National Police. May our humble contribution serve not only to protect our heroic policemen and women of the Philippine National Police, but also to serve as an indication of never-ending support for our people's chief, our Chief PNP, and mostly worthy brother in Freemasonry, Police Guillermo Eleazar. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Stevenson Ang. Again, a big round of applause to all our supporters. Thank you for supporting your Philippine National Police.
And now, we will proceed to the ceremonial demilitarization of Beyond Economical Repair, captured, confiscated, surrendered, deposited, abandoned, forfeited, turned, and PNP property firearms.
May we request the Chief PNP, PNP Command Group, IGES, TDL, TDO, Director CSG, and Director LSS to kindly proceed at the ceremonial site as we witness the demilitarization of BER, CCSDAF, and TPPF. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Carlo Almonidovar, Supervising Auditor, COA PNP, as he will witness the ceremonial demilitarization.
We would like to invite the D staff present to please join the Chief PNP and the PNP Command Group to proceed to the site. All D staff, please proceed to the site.
Under PNP Memorandum Circular Number 2017-017, destruction of Beyond Economical Repair firearms is an allowable method of disposal which may be resorted to if the PNP property is already unsaleable, and it may pose hazard to the public if not destroyed. The demilitarization includes the following procedures: cut individual steel piece into sections using circular saw or blowtorch, bend and deform each piece, deform hammer and trigger using blowtorch or grinder, cut or chop wooden parts and stamp aluminum parts. Once again, the demilitarization includes the following procedures: cut individual steel piece into sections using circular saw or blowtorch, bend and deform each piece, deform hammer and trigger using blowtorch or grinder, cut or chop wooden parts, and stamp the aluminum parts. We have just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, the demilitarization of Beyond Economical Repair, or BER, captured, confiscated, surrendered, deposited, abandoned, forfeited, turned PNP Property Firearms, or TPPF, by the Chief Philippine National Police, Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Eleazar. Thank you very much. May we request everyone to kindly take their respective seats.
Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to hear the message of the Chief of the Philippine National Police, Police General Guillermo Lorenzo Eleazar. A warm applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Maraming salamat po. Please be seated. 1.5 hours na po tayo dito. Usually, our flag raising ceremony lasts only for 30 minutes. Pero sa biyaya ng Panginoong May Kapal, naandito tayo lahat nagsasama-sama at ibinibigay para po sa suporta sa ating Philippine National Police. Palakpakan po natin ang bawat isa. Hayaan niyo pong banggitin ko itong mga naandito ngayon sa aking pagbibigay pugay sa ating makasamahan na naandito sa ngayon. Unang-una, Most Reverend Donesto Ongchoco, Bishop Diocese of Cubao, palakpakan po natin. Baka malampasan ko pa. Banggitin ko muna ang aking may bahay. Let's welcome and acknowledge my wife, Lali Eleazar, the advisor of PNP officers sa Ladies Club and Charter President of Soroptomis International of IGABAI. Gusto ko rin pong batiin ang chairman ng Imam Council of the Philippines, Imam Alim Said Amar Bashir. Thank you very much po. Bishop Rodolfo A. Juan, the Dean of Protestant Chaplains, National Council of Churches in the Philippines. Bishop Noel Pantoja, National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches. And Bishop Jonel Milan, Deputy National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches. Andiyan din po at gusto nating batiin ang chairperson ng Soroptomis International, Ma'am Judy Gutierrez. The Executive Director of Manila Water Foundation, Mr. Reginald Andal. Vice Governor Mark Leviste of Batangas. Banggitin ko rin po dito ang President ng PLDT Smart Foundation Incorporated, Maria Esther Santos. Ma'am, thank you. Chairman of Delbros Incorporated, Jose Eduardo Delgado. The President and General Manager of Procter & Gamble Philippines, Mr. Rafi Pajardo. President of Chinese Filipino Business Club Incorporated, at ang kasama nila, Mr. Alejandro Co. Corporate Secretary of Manila Waters Foundation Incorporated, Attorney Gerardo Lobo. The President of Jamdol Trading, Ms. Dolores Barion. Kasama rin niya ang ating mga brethren from Matagumpay, Lads 410. Palakpakan natin. Andyan din po ang Worshipful Master ng Labong Lads number 59, Worshipful Brother Stevenson Ong at ang kanyang mga kasamahan sa Labong Lads number 59. Palakpakan natin. The Supervising Auditor of Commission on Audit of the PNP na ngayon po after so many years ay malilipat sa ibang assignment, Mr. Carlo Almonidobar. Palakpakan po natin. Would like to acknowledge, of course, our partners when I was still in QCPD. Ito po pinagsimulan natin ng UBAS noon. Father Tony Labiao, palakpakan po natin. To the members of the command group, my classmates, the Deputy Chief PNP for Administration, Lieutenant General Jojo Veracruz, palakpakan natin. Deputy Chief PNP for Operations, Lieutenant General Bong Dixon. The TCDS, Police Lieutenant General Jonard Carlos, Attorney Alfigar Triambulo, our Inspector General, all the members of the directorial staff, and other senior officers present here. To the members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, other distinguished guests na kung hindi man po nabanggit, humihiwa kang paumanhin. To the awardees, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. To those who are attending online, the regional directors, provincial directors, chiefs of police, at iba pa na naandito sa atin ngayon, pati na rin itong magigiting nating 5 na naka-stand at attention. On my command, tikas, pahinga, paluwag. We are in pandemic at ang ating parading element, lilima. But just the same, palakpakan natin sila, ang 5 na yan. The mandate of the Philippine National Police is clear: to maintain peace and order in the country. But to say that we can do it alone through the powers that comes with our uniform, with our badges, and our guns is plain and simple foolishness and arrogance. There is a concept in biology that was taught to us as early as our elementary days, which is called mutualism. Mutualistic relationship is when two or more organisms work together, each benefiting from that relationship for survival. Applying this concept of symbiotic relationship in policing, the common goal of having a peaceful and progressive country is only possible and quick if the PNP and the community, which includes various stakeholders, will trust each other, respect each other, and work together. At nasaksihan po natin sa araw na ito, itong ating collaboration at cooperation. I am really overwhelmed with the presence of all of you pledging and giving your support to the Philippine National Police so that we can be more effective in the delivery of the services that is expected of us, of the Filipino people. Hindi ko maiwasan na mag-isip na ito talaga ang mga pagkakataon na kailangan natin ang bawat isa. Napakaraming programa sa umagang ito at ako humihingi ng paumanhin sa bawat isa na sa inyo na sumaksi sa ating seremonyas. Pero ang ating lahat ng ginawa, simula sa paglo-launch ng IGABAI, kung saan mismong si Father General Jason Ortizo na naging biktima ng COVID ay nagpatotoo kung kaano ang kalalagahan ng basbas ng Panginoon at ang tulong ng bawat isa upang malampasan natin ang ating mga pagsubok na pinagdadaanan ngayon. At sa tulong ng lahat ng major church bodies in the Philippines, nilunsad natin itong very timely at kailangan nating gabay, spiritual guidance na nanggagaling sa iba't iba nating mga life coaches. Ako'y nalulungkot at nanghihinayang, Father Jason, na kung ito maaari ay napaaga pa, maaring hindi nangyari over the weekend. Yung isang pulis natin is nag-amok. May napatay na iba at napatay din siya. Alam natin may pinagdadaanan na kanya-kanyang pagsubok at problema ang ating mga kapulisan at ang ating mga kababayan sa pandemic na ito at iba pang factors na maaaring nagdudulot ng kanilang mga challenges na hinaharap. At talagang napapanahon itong programa ng Philippine National Police sa pagsulong ng ating chaplain service, sa pagtulong ng iba't iba nating mga life coaches upang maiwasan ang ganitong pangyayari at matuloy na paghubog sa ating mga kapulisan sa kanilang mandato na paglilingkod sa ating bayan. Nakita din natin dito kanina itong iba't ibang signing of Memorandum of Agreement at support na ibinibigay para sa ating iba't ibang organisasyon, pati na rin ang mga suporta ng iba't ibang organisasyon at individual na sadya voluntaryo na ibinibigay sa inyong sa atin. Ang inyong tulong at tiwala sa PNP ay aming magiging sandigan upang ipagpatuloy ang pagbibigay namin ng isang malinis at matapat na serbisyo publiko. Sa inyong mga pinapaabot na tulong ay mas lalo pang lumalakas ang puwersa ng kapulisan upang labanan ang kriminalidad, iligal na droga, korupsyon at terorismo sa ating bansa. At through this, gusto po naming ipahalating sa inyo rin ang aming pagnanais na patuloy naming makamit ang inyong tiwala, suporta at kumpiyansa. Kaya nga po sa aming Intensified Cleanliness Policy, kung saan ang mga programang ito na dati namang naandyanan ay binigyan natin ng emphasis, cleanliness in the police stations, in the offices na kung saan para sa ating mga kababayan na dumudulog sa kanilang mga hinaing. Hindi naman sila pupunta po dito sa atin, dito sa National Headquarters, sa opisina ko. Hindi rin pupunta yan sa mga regional headquarters or provincial headquarters. Sila ay pupunta sa mga police station na gusto naman natin malinis, maayos, presentable ang pagserbisyo sa ating mga kababayan. Cleanliness and the ranks. We have both the short and long-term approach in our internal cleansing. Doon po siya short-term approach natin through the Internal Affairs Service sa kanilang pagsisikap, bagamat kulang ang kanilang resources. Pinipilit na mapabilis ang pagresolba ng mga kaso ng mga pulis na gumagawa ng katiwalaan upang tanggalin sa serbisyo dahil hindi sila nararapat sa atin. Napakaraming mga kapulisan natin na sa pang-araw-araw ay gumagawa ng small good deeds. At nakita natin yan sa ating mga pinarangalang mga pulis kaninang umaga. Palakpakan natin at saluduhan itong mga pulis na ito. Mumunting bagay na hindi natin ine-expect na tayo ay mapansin, subalit sa ating kaparaanan, we are recognizing them, we are commending them. Dahil sila ang totoo na mga pulis na naglulungkod sa ating bayan. Sa dami-daming pinagagawa sa araw-araw ng kabutihan ng ating pulis, sa gagawin ng iilan, 1, 2, 5 na mga bugok ng mga pulis natin, nabubura itong mga magandang bagay na ating ginawa. Kaya't patuloy at huwag tayo maghinawa sa paggawa ng mabuti at iparating sa ating mga kababayan ang ating pakipagtulungan upang manumbalik, lalong lumakas ang kanilang respeto at pagtitiwala sa atin. Working together for peace and order is very important. That is why we launched the Isumbong, kung saan pinapalakas natin at pinapaganda ang pagbibigay ng ulat, informasyon, rekomendasyon at sumbong ng ating mga kababayan sa Philippine National Police through this system, the complaint, referral, and monitoring system. Dahil ang ating paniniwala, through their support and help, yun ang pwedeng magresulta ng pagiging epektibo na paglilingkod sa kanila. The recent launching of the advocacy support groups and force multiplier reflects on our desire for the people to have this cooperation and collaboration. Just like what I've said earlier, we cannot do this alone. Even with the support of the national government and the local government units, naandyan ang tulong ng iba't iba nating mga stakeholders, both from the private and public organization. But still, we have to have the support of the people that we serve. That is why, through these advocacy support groups and force multipliers, magiging dugsungan ito ngayon ng ating pagnanais na maglingkod sa ating bayan tungo sa ating mga kababayan mismo na talagang magkakaisa para sa ating sinusulong na kapayapaan at development. Robert Kennedy once said, and I quote, "Every society gets the kind of criminal it deserves. What is equally true is that every community gets the kind of law enforcement it insists on." With your presence this morning, with your assistance and show of trust to your PNP, this only inspires us to work further to provide our kababayan with the kind of law enforcement they deserve. Mga pulis na malinis, kagalang-galang at mapagkakatiwalaan, mga pulis na kayang lapitan sa anumang oras ng pangailangan, mga pulis na handang tumulong kanino man, mga pulis na kayang ipaglaban ang karapatan ng bawat mamayan, at higit sa lahat, mga pulis na may integridad at respeto sa batas. Patuloy po tayo magtulong-tulong at sa panguna ng ating Pangulo, Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte, sa ating pamahalaan, sa ating mga local government units, sa ating mga stakeholders, at sa lahat ng mga miyembro ng ating pamayanan. Isulong po natin ang magandang paglilingkod sa ating bayan at kapayapaan sa ating bansa. Maraming salamat po muli sa inyo at magandang umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and please be seated. We'll now proceed to the awarding of plaque of appreciation and presentation of memento.
The PNP highly appreciates the presence of our distinguished guest, and at this time, the Chief PNP, together with the PNP Command Group, IGES, would like to present a plaque of appreciation and memento to each one of them. May we request our guest to rise once called. Reverend Onesto Ontionco, DD, Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao.
Citation reads, plaque of appreciation is presented to Most Reverend Onesto Ontionco, Bishop of the Diocese of Cubao, in grateful recognition and appreciation for being the representative of the NASA CP-CBCP during the signing of MOU between the PNP and the 4 major bodies of churches in the Philippines during the flag-raising ceremony at the Philippine National Police National Headquarters.
Also, he will be receiving a token. And likewise, he will be receiving a memento for the National Secretariat for Social Action, Caritas Philippines. Thank you very much. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. For Imam Council of the Philippines, Alim Said Ahmad Bashir, Chairman, Imam Council of the Philippines.
Citation reads, this token is presented to Imam Council of the Philippines for the invaluable support and noble contribution to the programs, projects, and activities of the PNP Chaplain Service. And this will be received by Alim Said Ahmad Bashir, Chairman, Imam Council of the Philippines.
Bishop Noel Pantoja, National Director, Philippine Council of Evangelical Churches. Mrs. Rosalie Lally Hernandez Eleazar, Advisor, PNP Officers Ladies Club, and Charter President, Soroptimist International Kaagapay.
Citation reads, plaque of appreciation is presented to PNP Officers Ladies Club, PNP OLC, in recognition of its untiring commitment and continuous support to the PNP, aimed at promoting the morale and welfare of its personnel and their dependents.
Thank you very much. Next, Ms. Maria Judy Gutierrez, Chairperson, Soroptimist International.
Same plaque is presented to Ms. Maria Judy Gutierrez, Chairperson, Soroptimist International.
Mr. Reginald Andal.
Same plaque is also presented to Mr. Reginald Andal, Executive Director, Manila Water Foundation.
Attorney Gerardo Lobo II, Corporate Secretary, Manila Waters Foundation. Thank you very much. Ms. Maria Esther Santos, President of PLDT Smart Foundation, Incorporated.
Plaque of appreciation is presented to PLDT Smart Foundation, Incorporated, for its invaluable support to the Philippine National Police through the PNP PLDT Smart College Educational Assistance Program, which immensely contributed in ensuring a better future for the dependents of our police heroes through educational assistance.
Thank you very much. Mr. Carlo Almonidovar, Supervising Auditor, COA PNP.
Plaque of recognition is awarded to Mr. Carlo Almonidovar, Supervising Auditor, Commission and Audit, PNP, for his dedication and invaluable service and the conduct of audit observations and recommendations of unrecorded PNP equipment for proper accounting and recording of PNP property necessary in the attainment of its vision, mission, and functions.
Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado, Chairman, Delbros Incorporated.
Citation reads, Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Mr. Jose Eduardo Delgado, Chairman, Delbros Incorporated, for his invaluable support extended to the PNP for his donation of 7 KTM Duke 390cc motorbikes intended for the use of the Highway Patrol Group.
Mr. Rafi Fajardo, President and General Manager, Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated.
Citation reads, Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Procter & Gamble Philippines Incorporated for its invaluable support extended to the PNP through its donation of 2,000 hygienic kits and 65,000 pieces of face masks for personnel in the front lines to fight COVID-19.
Mr. Stephen Sia, Executive Vice President of Chinese Filipino Business Club Incorporated.
Citation reads, Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Chinese Filipino Business Club Incorporated for their invaluable support extended to the PNP through their donation of 16,000 pieces of N95 face masks, 2,000 pieces of face shield, and 100 gallons of alcohol for our personnel in the front lines to fight COVID-19.
Ms. Dolores Barion, President, Jamdal Trading.
Citation reads, Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Ms. Dolores Barion, President, Jamdal Trading, for their invaluable support extended to the PNP through her donation of vitamins, assorted medicines, and alcohol for personnel in the front lines in fighting COVID-19.
Thank you very much. Next, Mr. Stevenson Ang, Worshipful Master, Labong Lodge 59, Grand Lodge of the Philippines.
Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Labong Lodge number 59, Grand Lodge of the Philippines, for their invaluable support extended to the PNP through their donation of 13,000 pieces of face shield for our personnel in the front lines who are fighting COVID-19.
May we now request Bishop Rodolfo Juan, the Dean Protestant Chaplains, National Council of Churches in the Philippines. Thank you very much. And lastly, Vice Governor Jose Antonio Mark Leviste II of Batangas.
Vice Governor Jose Antonio Mark Ceremonial Leviste II of Batangas would like to present a token to our Chief PNP. Citation reads, Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Batangas, Resolution number 566, Year 2021, a resolution expressing congratulations and commendation to Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Lorenzo Tolentino Eleazar, who currently serves as the 26th Chief of the Philippine National Police. Attested, Jose Antonio S. Laviste II, Vice Governor. And also, our Chief PNP would also like to present a token to Vice Governor Jose Antonio Ceremonial Laviste II of Batangas.
Thank you very much. A warm applause, ladies and gentlemen. Maraming salamat po. Magsitayo po tayong lahat at ating pong awitin ang PNP Lingkod ng Bayan. And that concludes our ceremony for today. Thanks you for witnessing this event. Stay safe for everyone. Announcement.